and welcome to another Drake Pod. This is where you just mostly listen and not have to really watch. But I have a nice little mural here in tribute to Bethesda and Choose Your Own Adventure in Outer Space. And that's Starfield. Now, Starfield's supposed to come out 9/6. So September 6th is our deadline. And it's coming out not just on Xbox, but on Steam and PC. But the only reason I care about this is because I can get it on the Steam Deck. Now, there is a window of time between release dates. Just because something is coming out on Steam does not mean it is a simul release. The Steam Deck is a different animal. It took a while for Gotham Knights to go from the Steam to the Steam Deck. Miles Morales, same deal. So just because something is announced and is getting on Steam does not necessarily mean that the Steam Deck is ready to go. So it's going to be, it might be a while. There might be patches to fix, which we'll get into all that. But yeah, so am I excited about this? Probably more than Star Wars Outlaws. Probably more than that. Because Star Wars Outlaws is supposed to be the first open world, but who knows what that is in relation to this one. I feel like Starfield might be more sophisticated than Star Wars Outlaws. But Star Wars Outlaws is coming out next year, and this one is coming out in September. Now, some people are like, oh my God, this is great. And I'd be like, I'm a little worried about it because of the, 16 times the expectations, 16 times the disappointment. But what I've done is I watched the 45-minute presentation again, and I decided to go ahead and review it. And we're going to review that. I'm going to get my notes out. I took some notes so that we can figure out what exactly Starfield is all about. Now, not the most sophisticated way to display this for all of you, but we're going to go over these. I might zoom in here so that we can take a look. So there's Starfield notes. Now, 1,000+ worlds. I put an asterisk by this one, okay? When we think of the 1,000 worlds, we think of No Man's Sky and how buggy that was. We think of No Man's Sky, Fallout 76, Redfall, Cyberpunk, buggy games, right? Buggy games, No Man's Sky being the first of those. Like, you turn in a game that's half-assed, right? So let's say that the 1,000 worlds that are, numerous solar systems and 1,000 worlds. So, and each world is distinct. I'll probably go into it more later, but I'm going by the notes. That's going to be a lot, right? And it's not procedurally generated. It's all there, right, for us to explore. Various planets, nothing unlike you'd see in Star Trek, Star Wars, Mass Effect. Now, I was kind of looking it up on Reddit. I was trying to look up No Man's Sky on Reddit. You have to be a member of the community to join to see the comments. I'm like, why can't I just look at the comments? I just want to see how big the worlds were. The question I had was, how big is each world? Now, if it's like a deal where you get Hyrule, the size of Hyrule and Tears of the Kingdom, and you divide those up into planets, or is each planet the size of Hyrule? Because Hyrule is technically as big as, I would say, East Los Angeles, Monterey Park, Alhambra, West Los Angeles combined. So like it's a lot of different cities next to Commerce. So you got the Commerce casinos, you got East Los Angeles, right? You got East Los Angeles, you've got Maywood, Linwood over here on this side, you got maybe Hollywood over there, but you got Monterey Park and Alhambra, Asian communities, Pasadena way over there, right? You're thinking how big the world is. And so how big is each planet? Now, one of the games I have is Morphite, which is a polygon, very simple Super FX chip looking game for the Switch, in which some worlds can be as big as like, a neighborhood, and other worlds can be maybe 4 or 5 neighborhoods. Each planet, there's like so many planets you explore, but you get to see a little bit of a planet or a lot of a planet. So there's a little bit of gaslighting here to say, oh, you get to explore all these planets, but it's not going to be as sophisticated as Beyond Good and Evil 2, and that game is dead, 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 dead before it even arrives. So the 1,000 worlds, and then like, can the game hold those 1,000 worlds? Can it maintain it? Is it possible? So there's various planets, the Coruscants, the Death Star looking planets, the Wild Planet, the Sand, the Tatooine planets, all kinds of planets, jungle planets, whatever. So let me go to the next one here. People and creatures on worlds. There's different kinds of people, different creatures. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. So how sophisticated are these people? NPCs, cattle, meat, writing. So like, do you get to hunt these animals down? Do you get to make food out of them? Is it like Breath of the Wild where you're hunting for resources? There are resources, to be sure. But the NPCs, how intelligent are the NPCs? How involved do you get with the NPCs? Moons. We get moons. So that's probably part of the 1,000 worlds there. Galaxy simulation. I am not so sure about that. Do we have a black hole in the center of the galaxy? How sophisticated is this galaxy, right? Specific lighting based on star and planet. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to like light the planets, stars based on real life, like lighting based on NASA photography, photo, simulations that NASA has made. Maybe Elon Musk will help out with the SpaceX. I don't know. Whatever contributions are made that they design those planets a certain way. All new animation system, that remains to be seen. I wouldn't doubt if they threw in a few Fallout kind of animations in there to like, just to kind of cut corners. Now, these I put stars by because, duh, of course. Third and first person view, star, that's going to happen. Collect resources, star, that would happen. Menu hub for skills, weapons, skill trees, star, that's going to happen. Fast travel, I don't doubt that for a bit. Though that might be shaky, who knows, depending on how big literally is that galaxy, right? How big is the Starfield? How big are the planets? How big is the sun? Of course, if you have multiple solar systems, you have multiple suns. So these are sort of in the gray area. Numerous star systems to fast travel. How intelligent? So how many star systems? How intelligent and sophisticated are the NPCs? When I think of the multiple choice characters, yeah, you can think of Fallout. Somewhere between Fallout and Mass Effect. That's our training right there. We don't know how sophisticated this is. Is New Atlantis the only human city? Are there other cities? I was thinking at first at Xenoblade Chronicles X. Like there's only one city and then the rest of it's just wild. But they do answer this right away. There's a Mars, there's United Colonies. So you got the Mars City, Cydonia, right? Mining. And you got the Free Star Collective. You got Aquila City, which is a Wild West town. Neon City, which is Blade Runner, Star Wars, cyberpunk-like kind of place. Unclaimed planets and places could be like wild areas, could be where there's very few colonies. Red Mile is a derelict town, like just kind of somewhere between the Wild West, but something more like a Route 66 truck stop, I would say. Space stations, beaches, and more. As I put this down. They implied this. They didn't really necessarily say and more. Create a character is typical, no memory hero. So this guy has no memory, or this woman has no memory. 40 presets. Okay. Character background, see the image. And here you have the different trees. Here is lasers, So there's lasers. Let me see if I can zoom in on this stuff here. We can get a better view. Personal laser weapons are in widespread use across the settled systems and specialized training. So you get laser guns. You can use lasers in different ways, I guess. Astrodynamics. it takes skill, patience, and a little bit of love to coax even the more capability out of a ship's gravitational drive. Okay, so you could be an engineer. Humanity now has access to untold alien worlds. So surveying is kind of what you do in Morphight. You can get it on Nintendo Switch. I love that game. You can upgrade your suit. You can go to hot planets or cold planets. It's still a fun game. And so these are the different ones you can be. Beast hunter, bouncer, bounty hunter, chef. Oh, I could be a chef. That'd be great. You could be a chef. Combat medic, cyber runner, cyberneticist, diplomat. A diplomat. Holy fucking shit. Explorer, gangster, a gangster, homesteader, industrialist, long haul. This game's supposed to have fucking everything, right? Pilgrim, professor, Ronin. And we have another image. We'll get to that right now. There's another image. This is hero worship. You have earned, let's see, can I get you to focus? You've earned the attention of an annoying, adoring fan. Oh yeah, that's the guy that says, I want to eat up your molecules, that blonde dude that talks to you, who will show up randomly and jabber at you incessantly. Basically, if you get the guy, right, you get great if it's a girl, right? Unless you get a guy, he just wants to ride you. That's all he wants to do. So jabber at you incessantly. On the plus side, he'll join your ship's crew and give you gifts. Aha. What kind of gifts would those be? But yeah, we'll get into the crew modification in a moment. So let me see. It's a me problem here. Can I get us closer? Yes. Alien DNA. Let me see what this is. Hold on. Dream home, empath, extrovert, 3-star collector, hero worship, introvert. Okay, so this is personality. Neon street rat, raised enlightened, raised universal, serpent's embrace, spaced, taskmaster, terra firma, United Colonies native. So these are the different personalities, I guess, personality traits. Okay, changing your traits and morality, leveling up skill points. So these are things. So I'm not sure how your morality. They say that you can change your personality at different times. So like Knights of the Old Republic, changing your traits and morality. So leveling up skill points. I probably should put a star by it, but I mean whatever. This is a given here. Example of character trait: xenosociology, mind controlling. Animals. So one person said you can mind control animals, wild animals, through this. I was like, well, that's interesting. That's almost like Jedi powers, right? Boost pack training. So boost pack training would be like using the rocket packs. So you're a jetpack guy. Neurostrike means that you're punching a lot. You have super punch, right? That's neurostrikes. Stealth, you're fucking what is it? Your Solid Snake in outer space, or Sam Fisher. Dialogue, multiple choice trait. Your diplomatic ways are the thing to do here. Diplomatic thing. NASA research. I don't know how much NASA research was done for the reality of the physics and everything. Grounded reality. This is what they're telling us. Asteroids, dogfighting in space, meeting ships, explore derelict ships. So these are the things you're supposed to be doing, right? Like you could do some of this stuff. I remember I saw it before in Starlink Battle for Atlas. The asteroids, the dogfighting in space. I saw something like this in Morphight. Buy, customize, upgrade a ship, hire a crew, garage. So I'm not sure how well this goes. But inside, you can also customize the inside too. Nuts and bolts, Tears of the Kingdom mechanic. So I saw there's a brief picture of when you're building the ship, you're making a Lego person out of parts of a ship. So you can make a ship look like a dog, a human. You can make anything, right? You can make let me see, like a Pac-Man shaped ship, right? So you can do that. You can make a Pac-Man ship. Wouldn't be so bad. All right, let's continue on here. Let's continue on. We have a little bit more here. Hire a Firefly slash Millennium Falcon crew, creating relationships. So you remember Firefly, um, Firefly, the TV show with Nathan Fillion that didn't last like one season. It was out of order. Then he did Serenity, the movie, and Millennium Falcon, like Han Solo and Chewie and Lando. And then there's relationships. Could be gay, could be straight, but I saw man and woman in the presentation. Complex dance, they say, to powering your ship. Uh, so they say that you're not just firing, that you have to balance. You have to balance the warp core to the shields to the lasers. It's like Star Trek. You have to kind of like in Star Trek over there. You have to hold on. There it is. You have to watch for the engines, watch for the photon torpedoes, watch for the shields. Your pitch, your yaw, your roll, how much fuel you got left, what are your lottery numbers for tonight. After dogfighting, you can loot the debris. Exploring star yards, so you could be a pirate, or actually not even. Well, you could be a pirate, but you can also loot dead ships. Star yards, battleships, cruise ships. So there's star yards, basically like space stations, and then there's battleships for war, and then like galactic cruise ships, like Star Wars. Scanning a planet before you go on. Side missions. So there's NPCs. Like let's say this guy right here. He says, "Hey, my ship isn't working. I traded with another guy who traded with another guy. I got bigger on sword, but I got to trade it back for this huge engine to power my stuff. Can you go and do this for me?" So you have these little side missions. The thing about Starlink Battle for Atlas is that a lot of those side missions were very similar. So I don't know if I'm going to play any more. Assign a crew, build an outpost. You can build an outpost. Oh wait, hold on. I'm going to get ahead. Get rewards. I'm not sure exactly how the rewards go. Build an outpost. So what you do is you're looking at the table, right? And then you are building your resources top down. Usually, you could probably tilt it different ways, but you're building like a board game. You're building your outpost. So you can get you can get all kinds of food, flowers, crops, meat, I guess. Assign a crew to those outposts as well as the ship. Real-time lighting, customize your weapons. You can get laser weapons, bullet guns, gun physics. So bullet guns will knock you backwards while you're flying or in zero gravity, while laser guns will keep you balanced. So there's a whole physics to that. Gravity varies across planets. I want to see proof of that shit. How do you measure the gravity? How do you know the gravity? Mag weapons, punching. So overall, the reason why I did all of this, why did I catalog this? Because people like Angry Joe, and I haven't watched Angry Joe's reaction to Starfield. I'm going to watch that later on after I post these videos up. I have a Zelda video post to do, and then I'm going to watch Angry Joe. But the reason why is because people like Angry Joe will call the bullshit out. And I made all these, and I'm sure he makes notes too. So just like Angry Joe, I made notes because in case they lie, in case Todd, his sweet little lies, then we can call him out on his lies. So I was trying to play Fallout, but I kind of enjoyed the board game more than the video game. I was trying it out on my birthday. I still like it. I still have Fallout New Vegas. But after Fallout, after Skyrim, we're not going to see Elder Scrolls 6. This is motherfucking Elder Scrolls 6. This is it. Where's Elder Scrolls 6? We got it. There's 6. This is the sign. This is the ASL sign for 6, okay? We got 6 right there. We don't got anything else. So after Fallout, after Elder Scrolls, this is the third biggest thing now. But it's under Phil Spencer. So Phil Spencer's, this has got to be Phil. If this is, don't think about Todd and his expensive watch. Think about this being Phil Spencer's redemption. Can he do it? Let's find the fuck out.